and you're living in your greatest purpose. Let me see. I can adjust this. All right. Hey y'all, peace, love, and divine light. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are and you're living in your greatest purpose. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Thank you for all the new subscribers, channel members, all those who continue to support the videos, like the videos. Shout out to all of y'all that are always on the lives, supporting the lives, contributing, commenting, however it is that you support the lives. Shout out to you. Shout out to the channel members. I see Kyla Inc. Shout out to you and any other members that are on the live that I haven't seen yet. Shout out to you. Really much appreciated. Before going on today, I was being reminded that the greeting that I usually do at the beginning of the live, how significant it is. And sometimes you don't know how significant something is. Like, you just listen to your intuition, or, your intuition tells you to do this. And sometimes it doesn't even take much thought. It's just like, oh, okay. You get divinely inspired and you do what it is that you're told to do. Right? Hey, Cortez. So it's very, and it just reminds me how important it is to continually listen to our intuition. So I was reminded of how significant it is, the greeting that I do at the beginning of, my videos, right? First and foremost, I always greet y'all, saying peace, love, and divine light. Okay. And the significant part that my spirit guides, were communicating with me about today is, speaking of the significance of the sun. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are and that you are living in your greatest purpose. Like, I actually thought about that. I was made to actually think about something that I say. And that was significant for me. And that's typical. That is something that I do. Like, I'm one of those people that, I try to be very conscious about what I say. Okay. I don't just let anything out my mouth, because I was told this a very long time ago, that my words are very significant, that when I speak, people listen. And I was told this by complete strangers. It's like on your path, right? Your spirit guides give you these tools, these tidbits to help you along the way. I've even been told that people just don't like you. It's like, and they won't, and these are like wise women that have told me this. Like, they've been like, be careful, because you're going to find people that don't like you. Okay. I've had people tell me this before. I'm like, well, but why? I'm just so respectful and da da da. And then they're like, do people really need a reason not to like you? Come on. See, that was that naive me back in the day, thinking that if you were nice to everyone, or if you treated everyone with respect, that people would treat you according to how you treat them. That was definitely a rude awakening. So the point that I was going to get to, and I definitely want to make sure I stay on course, right? The point that I was getting to is, my spirit guides made me think about what I say at the beginning of every video, which is, I hope the sun is shining wherever you are and you're living in your greatest purpose. Now, that part is very significant. Okay. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are is extremely significant, because the sun is the highest vibrational energy that you can get, right? The sun, when you look at numerology, for those, folks out here that look at numerology, respect numerology, and numerology should definitely be respected because it gives you the energy and vibration of every day, what planets, correspond with the energy of the day, and so on and so forth, right? The sun is the highest vibrational energy there is. Without the sun, like I've heard it said before, like if the sun ceased to shine, if there was no sun, like within days or hours or something like that, humanity would cease to exist. Okay? And many of you feel this, like, when you're in the sun, how different you feel. And the sun is the source of all existence. This is why in ancient Kemet, they acknowledge the power of the sun, Ra. Okay, in Haitian Vodun, this is Papa Dambala. Okay, this is in numerology, it corresponds to the number one, which is the beginning. It represents the beginning of all things. And like literally as I'm speaking right now, my spirit guides gave me this. Like, do you really know what you're saying? Do you realize the significance? And this is what I was, being told. Like, do you realize the significance of what you say? I hope the sun is shining wherever you are. It's in essence saying that you are beginning. Anything that you begin, you should begin it with high vibrational energy. That's one. And also it's wishing well, or wishing everyone, positivity, right? Now, that's not to say that, just because you are greeted in positivity that you're going to receive positivity. Again, back in the day when I was told, earlier on about the journey that I was about to go on, I was told that, hey, not everyone is going to like you. Some people will just look at you and not like you. And came to the conclusion that people do not need a reason not to like you. They don't need a reason not to like you. People will just look at you and say, I don't like this person's energy. And it's not always a reflection of you. It's just a reflection of, it could just be the vibrations. It could just be like the planets are, it's not in alignment, like all of that stuff. And sometimes, it is the case that when people don't like someone, sometimes it's because, that energy of the person reminds them of something within themselves that they get to change. That's also part of it, right? And then there's this other part that I was given to think about. Your purpose. I hope that you are living. I really hope that many of you, when you tune into the videos, you let that greeting sink in. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are and you're living in your greatest purpose. Greeting you like this it's just like setting the tone. Like this is about your purpose. This channel, for many of you who've been with me on this journey since I began this channel is about me living in my purpose. Okay? Beginning this channel was one of the first steps that I personally decided to take to follow my spirit guides when they speak to me. Okay. And it's not that I didn't listen before, but it's on a whole different level. Like, you can get the intuitive nudges all your life. You can know that you are being divinely inspired, divinely guided. Yet the moment that you take the steps to actually follow what your spirit guides are telling you to do, it changes the course for everything. There's the listening and there's the doing. Many of us hear, when our spirit guides speak to us. We get these intuitive nudges all the time. Our spirit guides speak to us. They tell us to go left. They tell us to go right. They tell us not to eat this, or they tell us to eat that. It's not that we don't hear when our spirit guides speak to us, yet how many of us actually do the doing? So when I began this channel, this was one of my, okay, I've always been able to hear y'all. Okay, it was almost like an initiation, so to speak. It was me saying, hey, I've always been able to hear y'all. And I know that, and people have seen that in me. Now I'm taking the steps to, it's like that, that card in tarot, right? The Fool card. The Fool card represents beginnings. Okay, it represents you taking that leap of faith. Like, this is your base. Okay, it represents that moment where you take the leap of faith and you say, "Oh, I've always been able to hear. I've always been able to receive messages that are within. I know that, my spirit guides exist. I know that my ancestors exist. I know that they're here. I feel their energy. And some of you, you have the gift of even being able to see them. Okay. And I am one of those people. Like, I have seen those who have transitioned. I'm able to see them in the physical. Now, some of you may get a little bit, eerie with that. But it's like, it's energy. It's all about energy. Like, once someone transitions, the body may not be there physically, yet the energy still exists. So yeah, so many of you are able to see, those who have transitioned in this realm. So the moment that you take that leap and you're like, okay, I'm going to do what I have always been able to intuitively know I can do, it changes everything. It absolutely changes everything. So I hope that many of you actually not only pay attention to the greetings at the beginning of the video, you apply it as well. And especially right now, I'm getting like some information about the part about, the sun shining wherever you are. It is our responsibility to assure that we create the life that we want, because that's what the sun represents. The sun represents life. Because without the sun's energy, without the sun, there is no life. So the sun shining, and I've said this before, it's figuratively, and it is, also very much, it's very much a real thing. All right. So I just wanted to, put that out there before I start anything else. All right. So let me see who's on the live. I'm going to go through the comments. Cortez, you said they know it's work they're going to have to do, and most are not willing. Yeah, that's the case. It takes willpower, and especially when you are experiencing a lot of other stuff that gets in the way. I'm telling you, it really does take willpower to live in your purpose. To not be like on automatic. Okay, so and speaking of willpower, this is the energy that that spoke to me today, when I was like shuffling cards, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do a reading or not, or if I was going to speak on something. And I have so many different, energies that are just like, that are coming through, before I sit down to do the readings, during the readings, there's always information. And I picked up on this, and since I just spoke about willpower, I picked up on some energy regarding this. Okay. And when I looked at it, Okay, many of you know that this is the magician's energy. And when I looked at it, you know that the magician speaks of willpower. Okay, the magician speaks of willpower. It speaks of a lot of times if that card picks up on forces or energies that are interfering with your willpower. And that's what I picked up from it today, because it's like every day is different, right? Based on whatever, you know, message is supposed to come out, that's what gets picked up. So the energy that I picked up from this was about willpower, and it also specifically is about people influencing your willpower. Like your ability your ability to think for yourself, your ability to do for yourself, your ability to know that you always have the option to do for yourself. Like you have that. And there are, for many of you that may or may not know this, that there are energies that are consistently interfering, and they do this on purpose. Okay, they do this on purpose, that they interfere with your power. That's what the magician is about. And specifically what I picked up from this right after the magician, okay, I saw this right here, and the Six of Pentacles came in the reverse. And I received a message about, people deliberately interfering with a lot of people's economic situation at this time. Okay? There's some folks out there that are getting very desperate with the economic situation of the world, and they are using spiritual manipulation. They're using magic to gain and to pull, like the finances in their favor. Now I want to make sure I say this in a way, because I understand what I'm saying and seeing. I want to make sure I say it in a way that you understand it. A lot of people would rather hoard, okay? Especially when it comes to finances. Like there are a lot of people who are doing magic, pulling on this energy, okay? And some of those people are not aware that either they're not aware or they don't care that there's like an abundance in the world, right? It's an infinite supply in the world, enough for everyone to have. Yet there are people that feel like there's not enough, and it's never been enough, right? And then right after that, this is what I saw, Six of Pentacles. So I was like, okay, what are you trying to say here, Spirit? Because this right here, the Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving, okay? Giving and receiving. So when it came out like this, the Magician, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Five of Pentacles, I was like, okay, so some of you could be experiencing some of that right now. Like you could be experiencing this, like, this energy where you feel like your abundance is being pulled at. Okay, like it could even feel like something's pulling at it. Like you could, an example of this could be like you got paid on Friday or something like that. And then it's like, before you even realize, even though you've been doing a lot of budgeting, it's like, it's like the money is gone before it even gets a chance to come into your hand. Some of you could be experiencing this at this time. And I'm getting that this is why this energy really, really spoke to me right before this. And I would have just kept going and not really paid it, give it more attention. But when this came afterwards, I was like, yeah, there's something to this. There's a lot of people who are using spell work, magic, okay? and they're doing these abundance spells, and them doing the abundance spell is not the issue, because there's an infinite supply out there for everyone to have. That's not the issue. The issue is when someone pulls at someone else's energy that they think has more than them. It's kind of like someone's pulling at someone else's energy to feed their own, their own purpose, right? So someone may feel like they have lack, and I'm giving you an example right now. Someone may feel like, ooh, ears are ringing, okay? Ears are ringing, left ear. Some of you, your ears could be ringing quite a bit, okay? And that could be significant. You may feel like you may get these feelings quite a bit. So someone is pulling on your energy to feed their own abundance. Someone, actually, whoever is showing up in your energy could be some sort of like an energy vampire, like someone who sees that you have some sort of luck or you have some sort of power. When it comes to economics, like someone could see that money comes to you easily. Someone may see that, or they may perceive that, and they could be pulling on some aspect of your energy to feed something having to do with them. And it's causing you to sort of feel like, the financial abundance that is being bestowed upon you, that is being given to you, it's like it leaves faster than it comes in, right? When it comes in the reverse like that, it's almost like instead of receiving, you see how, if you see this is the hand of the divine, right? So the divine could be giving you the financial aspects that you want. And then when it comes in the reverse, I feel like it's leaving faster than you want it to. Okay. And then with the Five of Pentacles, I definitely feel like there's something to that. So I'm going to look into this energy for some of you, because I feel like this is something that, and these are the only 3 cards that I got. Okay. So I'm only going to focus on them. I usually pick more than 3. I only received 3. There's something significant about this. Yeah, it's like an opening. It's like an opening. Like I'm getting an image of like someone has a purse, okay? You have a money bag, and then someone putting a hole in that money bag. So it's like every time, the money comes in, it seems like there's a hole in the bag and then it just drops. I'm getting the image of that. Some of you may feel like that. You may feel like your money bag has a hole in it. You may feel like your money. Ooh. This is what I was just inspired to pick up, just as I was talking about your money bag having a hole in it. Abundance in money. Some of you are manifesting your richest life. And someone knows that you're manifesting your richest life. And this may be some sort of like a heads up for some of you. Someone's doing magic and spell work. And as we're speaking, like this star that I'm seeing is very significant. Someone could be part of some cult. Okay, someone is using witchcraft to pull on your energy. All right, let me see this magician energy here. All right, I'm gonna, magician. There's definitely some magic here. Someone's using the power of persuasion, okay? So, whatever is being done to influence your finances, it has something to do with someone speaking. Someone may actually be convincing you to spend money elsewhere or to give money elsewhere or to buy something. Many of you, you may have people trying to convince you to invest in something or to buy things. Be careful of that. Be careful of that. Like, when you may feel the urge to go out unnecessarily and spend unnecessarily. For some of you, there's an energy of something trying to influence your willpower, because many of you have goals that you're working on manifesting. And at the same time, I'm getting this energy that there are forces at the same time you're working on manifesting those goals. There are forces that are consistently pursuing you in the process of achieving your goals. And the purpose is to throw you off track. Okay, it's either something having to do with you spending more than you need to, or okay, hold on. Spending more than you need to, or taking from you. Be cautious when you go shopping or anything like that. Like, make sure you count your change or count your whatever remnants you're supposed to get. People may try to literally shortchange you. Okay, be careful. Okay, and I feel like for some of you, this may not be magic. The fact that someone shortchanges you, but what may happen is that someone may shortchange you and you may not see it, if that makes sense. Okay? You may not see it. Yeah, you're on your way to manifesting something huge. You're on your way to manifesting something huge. For some of you, this may have to do with your house, where you live. All right, let's look more at the magician. Tell me more about this magician energy. This is the Nine of Cups. This is your wishes coming true. So for me, that confirms that there's something huge that you've been working on that's about to happen for you. Look at that Strength card. And I feel like right now you may be at a point where you're being tested. Whatever it is that's about to happen for you, it's going to make you happy. This is your dreams coming true. This is an energy of positivity. Whatever wish or dreams that are coming true, it's going to do a lot for you in terms of how you feel about yourself. Okay? How you feel about yourself. Okay? Your confidence. It's going to do a lot for your confidence. There's something huge that's about to happen for you that's directly connected to your confidence, because I'm seeing confidence happen back to back here. The confidence may be in your ability to manifest things. Whatever is going to come true for you, it is going to confirm the magician that you've always been. That's the confident part. This goal that you are realizing, that you're going to realize, that you're going to manifest, It is only going to bring out your power. It is going to strengthen your power to manifest. So it's like you manifesting one thing, it's going to allow you to manifest a lot of other things. And this is huge at this time. This is absolutely, it's not a small thing. Okay. And you notice that the number 8 came out, okay, which is the infinity symbol, which is corresponding to the energy of the magician. Okay. This is you being able to alchemize. I feel like your guides could be telling you, like, you may need or you get to alchemize. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You'll be able to, it's like you manifesting this thing that's coming towards you. You'll be able to channel, okay? Whatever is in your most deepest desires, manifesting this thing that you're about to manifest, it's going to allow all those other things. It's almost like there's a door that's going to open, okay? Whatever you're manifesting right now is going to open doors to something else that you've always wanted to manifest. It's going to open doors, plural, okay? Plural. You see this door? For many of you, this door is that door that you've needed to open for quite some time. And you've always had the key to be able to open this door. And whatever you're manifesting right now is the key, right? That you've always needed to open the door. And let me tell you, you've always wanted this door open because many of you have been wanting to know how to manifest at will. Okay? You've wanted to know how to manifest at will. And this thing that is coming your way that you are manifesting is the key. It's the key. Many of you are it's like you're in pursuit of this key. You've been in pursuit of this key because it is what you need to unlock the door to release everything else that you've needed to release. I hope somebody, yep. And you see this Knight of Wands? This is you like charging through. Okay, for many of you, I'm hearing the words adventure. For many of you, I'm hearing the words challenge. Okay, this has been a very challenging, it's been a challenging road. All right, tell me about this Six of Pentacles. I'm hearing that whatever you're manifesting, it's a problem for some people. Whatever you're about to manifest is it's a problem for some people. Like there are people that are going to, they don't want you to manifest this because it's going to create problems for them. It's going to take away from them. That's why I got this in the reverse. That's how they feel. They feel like your gain is their lack. Okay? That's how they feel. They feel like your gain is their lack. Six of Pentacles. Ooh. For some of you, I'm getting like this is an energy of magic, indeed, magic, spell work. Okay, this I'm also seeing that it represents progress. Okay, so if it's been upside down for quite some time where it feels like more money is leaving than it's coming in, you're going to be making progress. That's what this means. Many of you are working towards this progress, and this progress for many of you is economic freedom. This freedom that you've been looking for or you're going to have, it requires something. There's a new beginning that's showing up for you financially. All right, so it's showing up in the reverse. It's going to be in the upright. Tell me more about this Eight of Wands and the Fool. Yeah, your spirit guides are definitely asking you to walk away from something or move away from something, someone, some ideology that some of you may feel guilty about. You feel some sense of guilt or you feel some type of way about this. Yet that's exactly what's tied to your new beginning, okay? This is tied to your growth. This is tied to you moving ahead, moving forward. There's either someone or you, this is showing up for. Someone may feel a sense of regret. Focusing on the negative. Okay, so this may be for you. Your guides want you to stop focusing on the negative. Stop focusing on a loss as it relates to gaining. You have help. Okay, things are going to be balancing out for you. Okay, things are going to be balancing out for you. 5-5. Yep, as above, so below. Things are balancing out for you. Tell me more about this Temperance. Okay, so I'm seeing the 5 of Wands, 5-5-5. Some of you could be seeing 5-5-5 quite a bit. Tell me more about this Temperance and 5 of Wands. Oh, look at that. 5-5-5. So this Temperance showing up with the 5 of Wands and 5 of Swords. Okay, I'm getting a 5-5-5 energy. Definitely some of you could be seeing 5-5-5 quite a bit. There are changes coming. There are changes coming. And you have the help from the spirit realm that whatever energy it feels like has been kind of like pushing you away from the goal that you wanted to achieve, or whatever energy is trying to block your path from achieving and manifesting that goal, you have the help. You have the spiritual help. Okay? You have the spiritual help. Now, what this also means is that there's some sort of like work that you get to do, or some effort that you get to put in. Like there's definitely a challenge that you get to deal with in regards to manifesting this thing. Okay. For some of you, there's a major challenge that you are facing, that you are overcoming in order to manifest this goal, right? That Knight of Wands that showed up is about taking that challenge head on instead of putting it in the back burner, choosing not to deal with it. You get to take that challenge head on. Like right now, your guides are saying this is not the time to shy away from the challenges that you see before you in terms of manifesting that goal that you wanted. Like the key is right there. Okay, the key is right in front of you, and many of you are kind of like shrinking. You're playing small. Okay, instead of standing up and grabbing the key and opening the door, you choose to kind of like shrink. You choose to shrink instead of living in your power. This is not the time to do that. That Knight of Wands energy is about taking that challenge head on. It's about having the confidence. This is what it's going to take. It's going to take you having the confidence. All right? It's going to take you having that confidence for you to manifest that goal. This is why the Magician showed up. And this is why the Strength card showed up. It's not time to shrink. Okay? It's not time to shrink. It's not time to play small. It's time for you to stand up and actually see that the key has always been there. It's interesting because a lot of times what we have or what we it's like a lot of times we have the tools, we don't see that we have the tools, and we're complaining and we're saying, oh, I don't have, I really want to accomplish this goal, but I don't have this. I really want to do this. Oh, but this person's in my way. It's like you're focusing on the negative, and your guides want you to focus on the positive. And that's part of what this whole energy is about. This Five of Pentacles energy. It's about someone, for many of you, this is you. For some of you, this is someone in your energy that could be imposing their energy on you. You have the tools that you need. And it's like, instead of lifting your head up, right? Instead of lifting your head up and seeing that the tool that you need has always been there, some of you are in this woe is me kind of energy. You see that? Five of Cups, woe is me. For some of you, it's a past experience that's like really weighing on you. It's causing a heavy weight. It's causing you not to see the key that's always been there for you to open that door. And there's so many different opportunities waiting for you outside of that door. Many of you, that's very significant. Like that resonates for you. Yeah, some of you, there's some soul searching that you get to do. The Hermits, for some of you, you could actually be choosing to stay in hermit mode instead of going outside, instead of taking the key and going out the door. Like you're more of a in body. You're choosing to stay in instead of going out. There's a great amount of fear. Remove the fear. Remove the fear. Live in your confidence, okay? Get your courage back. It's time for you to get your courage back. Yep. There's a world out there waiting for you. You see that? The World card is significant. What's behind this door is this. This is what's behind that door. And you get to grab that key, turn the lock. This is reaching your goal. This is manifesting your dreams. This is manifesting your desires. Okay? This is what you've wanted. It's interesting because I feel like many of you are talking about what you've always wanted. Like you have these big dreams and these big goals. And it's like the dreams and the goals are not lacking. It's the motivation. It's the willpower to actually go through and do it. Okay, I'm getting this. All right, so remember in the beginning, I received a message about listening to your spirit guides has never been an issue for many of you. It's always been about the action. That's what this is about. It's always been about the action, taking the action necessary. All right. That's not to say that you just move on things without thinking or without consulting with your spirit guides. On the contrary, I feel like this hermit energy that showed up is about taking a spiritual approach to doing what you get to do, right? Consulting your spirit guides. Like the magician is also about consulting the spirit realm before moving forward. Yet it's like in between consulting your spirit guides and moving forward, there's work to be done. There's work to be done. Okay? You're going to reach your goal. That's clear. Like the signs are there. You're going to reach your goal. This energy right here, this is about you completing something that you started. The world card is about completing cycles. It's about, finishing something that you started. This is the true definition of success, right? Not stopping halfway. Not, beginning something and then just leaving it and then complaining that you don't have, right? It's about beginning something, putting in the work, having the willpower for you to finish, because again, you're someone who gets, divinely inspired. Like your spirit guides give you all these ideas. They're always speaking to you. Now it's about the action. See? It's time to lay something to rest. And also, I feel like for some of you, this could mean that stop sleeping on the job. Okay? Like stop, yeah, I guess that's the easiest way to say it. Stop sleeping on the job. Some of you will know what that means. That means like the work that your spirit guides have given you to do, don't sleep on it. You have a purpose. Okay, I got you, Ashe. You have a purpose. And many of you will not be at peace until that purpose is filled. That's why many of you feel like there's something missing, there's something lacking, because you're not at peace. You don't have that sense of peace that you get to have when you know you're living in your greatest purpose. Okay? And I'm also hearing that in regards to the spell work, it's not about the spell work. Okay, I got you. It's never been about the spell work. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Okay? Yet as long as you're living in your purpose, it's going to be harder for someone to throw you off course if you are living on purpose. I'm going to repeat that again. It's going to be harder for someone to throw you off course if you are living in your greatest purpose. That's what it's always been about. Okay? It's time to make that decision. King of Wands. Ooh. Use your willpower. Walk with clarity. Move with clarity. This is you taking your power back. This is definitely you taking your power back. This is your willpower. Many of you, like, use that sort of clarity that you have, okay? Some of you, your gifts are significant. Your spirit guides are telling you, use your gifts. That gift of clairvoyance that you have, all right? Take the initiative. Walk in your truth. Walk in your purpose. A breakthrough is coming. This is about your breakthrough. Okay? A breakthrough is coming. You're on the verge of a breakthrough. And it's requiring you right now to alchemize. Okay? Shift. And become this magician. Okay? And when you become the magician, honestly, you're not even going to have to like lift a finger to get that key. It's like you're going to be able to use your willpower, to imagine that key, and it's like, it's just going to happen. Okay? It's going to happen. Do you know that you have that ability? That you thinking about something simply is it's like, sometimes it's like the energies that I'm getting, it's oftentimes challenging to put them into words, because I always feel like, our language as human beings, especially the English language, is limited. in terms of like being able to express the spiritual aspect of things in life. Put something in the comments if some of you feel like that. If you feel like, you know, the language, especially the English language, it's limited in terms of describing the spiritual. Like I almost feel like I should be, saying something else. And it's like not everyone speaks. Ooh, I'm also getting some of you speak light language. Yeah. You speak light language, and however it is that you translate that, it's going to work into something really phenomenal. Use that gift. You're going to reach your goal. All right, let me see if there's anything else. All right. Ooh, okay. All right. Yep, this is you putting in the work, and this is what I got. Queen of Pentacles. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. For some of you, accomplishing this gift also means that you get to partner up with someone, or you are partnering up with someone. For some of you, partner up with your spirit guides, because that's how you're going to develop the willpower or continue to have the willpower. I'm also getting, don't worry about these folks. That's significant for someone listening to this. Don't worry about these folks, okay? These folks that are lying, deceiving, that are enemies masquerading as friends, that are deceptive. Yeah, those folks. Don't worry about those folks. That are, some of y'all got a whole bunch of those folks working in secrecy against you. Okay, so maybe that's what this is about. Some of this magician energy is about these folks working in secrecy against you, so that way they can pull. They're pulling at your energy. They're pulling at your energy. The energy that you could be using to manifest what you will, they're pulling at it. They're pulling at it. Okay? And your guides are saying, don't worry about those folks. Don't worry, and you won't have to worry as much if you are walking in your purpose. All right? You are the mother of abundance, many of you. All right, that may be significant. You are the mother of abundance. Many of you, you walk with Ezuli Danto, okay? That is the mother of abundance. Oh, okay. Someone needed to be reminded of that. You are a child of Ezuli Danto. You are the child of the great mother, the great protector, the one. Ooh, some of you, there's a business that you get to focus on. Or your business is centered around, nurturing others, taking care of others, elevating. I'm hearing that you have the protection of the great mother to proceed in your business, to proceed in whatever goals that you have. You have a spirit protector. Okay, that's what this is about, this right here. You have a spirit protector. Some of you, there could be a fear in terms of moving forward towards something, or a concern. It's kind of like, it's showing up as some sort of a doubt that you are overcoming. Okay, that's why the strength card is here. You're overcoming this doubt. That's why this strength card is here. Wealth is yours. You are meant to be wealthy. You are meant to be wealthy. You are meant to be wealthy. Look at this. Queen of Cups showing up right after that. And what happens when you get earth and water? Things grow. You are meant to be wealthy. Yeah, for some of you, that wealth it's coming through some sort of business venture. Okay, your own business. All right, not somebody else's business. Your business. Okay, you're going to get highly rewarded for that. All right, y'all. So speak that ashe into your goals, whatever dreams that you have, because it's going to happen. Regardless of the forces that are working in the background, that are working in secrecy, you know, you got folks, and best believe there's some folks showing up in your energy that are trying to sabotage this plan that the universe has for you. Okay? There are those folks showing up in your energy, working in secrecy. For some of you, this is friends, family, whoever it is, people in your community. Uh, you have enemies. Okay. Now, you didn't do anything necessarily to make them your enemy. It's just what they've called themselves. So these are folks that are working in secrecy against you, plotting, da da da, whatever it is. Your spirit guides is saying, don't worry about those folks. All right, because you are well taken care of. Okay, y'all. That is the message. Thank you for joining the live, y'all. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Peace, love, and divine light. All right.